Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Kakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone of rule well. I am not a member, however, I've entered into their labors. Peace and mercy to the sincere brothers and sisters doing this wherever you are, whatever your lot may be. And we're just going to get something real quick here. As you can see, there was another citizen, a white T male that was, murdered in cold blood by the modern day, what people coined the Gestapo. You see the acronym there. This I'll take my but surely, and man, Isaiah 19:2, that I got it pulled up right here. I want to just read it from 19:2 through 4. Everything that the prophets have said, all right, for years now, and some of the things have been prophesied even before I've been alive. Right, and you're watching it, all of it, in real time come to pass. And if that is not a testament to the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, right? He gave it to his men. His secrets are revealed to his servants, the prophets, and those that are given the Holy Spirit, they are able to see, hear, and understand. All right, given eyes to see and ears to hear. That you take heed, you act accordingly. Right, that is also a show of faith. All right. So let's go ahead and read this here. And I will set Egyptian against Egyptian, set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith Yahweh. Saith Yahweh of hosts. All right, and you see that here, and America is getting to see firsthand what happens in these other countries where we go and give them democracy when they need democracy. All right, and look at that, a wave of posts here. It says at the very top, January 21st through the 25th claim, and these are claims. This is all alleged, but knowing who you're dealing with, I think that's a safe assumption that it may be true, maybe even more. Okay, claims multiple deaths in the cold water custody, or frozen water custody, we'll call that them. All right, amid a crackdown under Trump administration, good grief, activists describe 2025 as a deadly year for detainees. 32 deaths per one publication, and compared recent incidents to past administrations. Voices range from demanding investigations and accountability to cause of abolition or drastic policy changes. The conversation centers on violence, due process, and government oversight. All right, but they're not going to stop, and you're going to get that second Esdras 15 again, man. It's they should regard their kings nor princes, right? Sooner rather than later. All right, you are going to see that these folks are going. That civil war is right here. We are at the cusp of it. All right, and furthermore, on the spiritual side, you see these white tea folks, these pale people. They are getting treated like niggas. This is a Tuesday. Mistreatment, framed to be a liar. Like the media will get on and victim blame, and while they murder a man in cold blood, and then try to spin the story to make him look like the aggressor. This is Tuesday for your Jake. All right, for a so-called black or brown. All right. It is interesting. I'm gonna read this post here. It is interesting how the only people defending the frozen water murdering U.S. citizens are the biggest F-heads on the look at that. Has declared war on the American people. He absolutely has. Okay. And there's something that somebody else said. So this is the dude that they got, right? And Trump. He's readying that Insurrection Act, all right, and martial law. This is on its way. So here's what I wanted here. And I don't know any of these people. These are just like I'm on Substack and looking at the news here. All right, it says frozen water murders another citizen in cold blood. MAGA blames the man who has been murdered and screams for more blood and martial law. That's news today. So predictable. These people aren't saying that. They are. And he seems to be an E. He might. I don't know. He probably is. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, but that's how it goes. That is textbook. Like I said, this is Tuesday for an average Jake. But the man of sin is being revealed. Their own people are seeing. Their own tongues are falling upon themselves. They are seeing what it's like in Jacob's lens, and that could only be the Lord, right? Look at that, the comparison here with them folks. All right. Okay, so you see that there. We got that. Let me just go to 2nd Ezra 15 here, and get the sedition among men, right? Because here we are so close. What's left is the mandatory implementation of the injectable for the detectable, right? Jacob's trouble needs to go full blown, and look at where we are, and the third woe. And this place will crumble just as Rome crumbled, right? War within and stretched too thin internationally. The place, it crumbles from within. So let me go ahead and read this here, 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. And you see, if you link that pride of the Magites or the maggots, they are still very proud. And they think that this cannot happen to them. All right, sooner or later, this will the thing that they voted for, that they think is going to hurt Jake the most, as you can see, will be turned upon them. I coined it the Haman effect. The gallows that they set for Jake will be on. They will be the strange fruit on those gallows. It's poetic justice, and the Lord is slowly but surely, inch by inch, brick by brick, dismantling, and everything that Jake suffered is now time for them, and even more so upon the return of Yahushua. So, hey man, I wouldn't want to be an E. That's all I got to say. I would not want to be E. So we read 15. Is it 6 and 9, I believe we need? Yeah, here we go. I'm going to start at 8. This is 2nd Ezra 6, verse 8, but the point here is in 9. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the hill of Eden. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Okay, so it is time for them to drink of that cup. The dregs of the cup. Man, what was that? Let me see. Dregs. KJV. Because where is that at? Isaiah 51 and 17. So let's go. Too far. There we go. '51, and then I think we can end it at that right there. Actually, no, we cannot. I want to end it on Lamentations 4 at the end. Okay. What do we say? Isaiah 51 and 17. Awake, awake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which has drunk at the hand of the Lord the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup. You should look that word up. Of trembling, and wrung them out. There is none to guide her among all the sons of whom she hath brought forth, neither is there any that taketh her by the hand of all the sons that she hath brought up. These two things are come unto thee, who shall be sorry for thee? Desolation and destruction, and famine and the sword. By whom shall I comfort thee? And this is right. This is to Jake now. How much more those who are supposed to be rendered double? Think about that. It's time for them. It's their turn. Lamentation. There was one other one I thought that I wanted to end there. There was one other one I'm thinking about, and prayerfully it comes to me as I finish reading this here. This is Lamentation 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad. Now, it's a comma there. So he was talking to Israel. Now, I like to set it up as, all right, you got the Lord standing in between Jacob and Esau, and he's talking to one, and then he turns and talks to the other. Okay, so that don't get confused if you are new, very new to, reading scriptures. All right, so rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. And then you see it, right? The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. All right. But what is he going to do? He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Tables are turning. And when accountability comes knocking, then he really, really shows his colors. He's like a dog in a corner, a rabid dog backed into a corner. So, he'll be even more dangerous now than I think that he's ever been. So, with that being said, I truly pray that you were edified. On to the next. Shalom.